Recently in Sydney, the diving has been absolutely incredible. The waters have been really warm and the currents have been pushing really hard. There's been plenty of good kingfish around, so the footage is pretty good. Excited to show it to you. So this first clip here, a big school of kingfish come in right as I just come up from a long breath hold. I'm a little fatigued and I'm taking my time here trying to pick out the fattest fish, as some of them looked a little bit skinny. They start swimming away and this one just turns. I put a terrible shot in. I had a bit of buck fever as well as fatigue, but that fish got off, swam off at the front of the school strong, so I'm sure he lived. So here I start frantically reloading. I really thought that the school was going to stick around and I could get another shot, but that's just not how it goes. The fish turn and they start kicking off pretty hard. I just followed them for a little bit, but yeah, they weren't coming back, so I let them go. Not too long later, the visibility wasn't quite as good, but I shoot a salmon under some bait and start burling the salmon up, trying to get the yakka moving. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a meter kingfish just comes in on the bait. Put a good shot in behind the pec fin and the fish looks pretty hurt. So here the kingfish lunges for the rocks. I try to keep the fish off the bommy, as if you let your fish get into the bommies, they're going to just rip your spear out and you're going to never see that fish again. The fish is tiring. This is probably about 5 minutes into the fight. Doesn't really have anywhere to go. I'm playing the fish really lightly as I know the shot was a little bit low and could rip into the gut cavity. Just don't let it go straight into the rocks, just keep it right off the bottom.
1, 2, 3 into the boat. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Drake is at the door.
The fight's over here. The fish doesn't really have anywhere to go. It's really exhausted.
Bubble, Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble, cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Two bloked up G, so we crazy. Death Row is the label that pays, man.
Try to get my whole body wrapped around the fish, just bear hugging the fish, making sure it can't rip.
From a young G's perspective, and before me they got a trick, I have to find a
Got the fish in the bag, just gotta put it out of its misery now.
And at the same time burning her, man. Now when she burning, I'ma chill for a minute, cause ain't no loving good enough to get burned while I'm up in it. And that's realer than
Always bleed your fish as quick as you can. If you want a good photo, I mean, I wouldn't take the guts and the gills out, but if you don't really care about the photo, just gut it and gill it as quick as you can. So right here, I'm just checking a good slipper hole. I pull this slipper out and it's full of berries, so back it goes. A couple dives later on this same spot, I get followed in by a big school of kingfish, and you'll see that footage playing right now. I only just got the GoPro turned on in time, but you could see the school was pretty close, and I put a good shot into a standout fish at the front of the school. This fish was only about 95 centimeters to a meter. I didn't really measure it, but it was a good fish. So you can see here the rest of the school has followed this fish in. This is a perfect opportunity if you're diving in pairs for your dive buddy to dive down and get another good kingfish. I was diving on my own here, so I just got to watch the school swim off. In this video here, I'm using a technique I like to use quite regularly. If I shoot a good fish, I'll just drop it down under the bait, and it typically can attract in some other pelagic species. Here you can see the bait is spooking, so it's a good sign that something's coming in. On my way down, I realise it's just a small school of kingfish. They're not that big at all, not even legal, I don't think. So I just filmed them. On my way up, I spot a big school of Mac tuna. I haven't had a chance to shoot one of these fish before as they're typically moving too quickly.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Marley Marl. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Raw G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap, I smoke smoke with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me, now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens, indo for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Living life without fear, putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And it's still all good, And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack. Now my mom pimps a act with minks on her back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the store. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Damn right I like the life I live, cause I went from negative to positive, and it's all. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.